Hello everyone, it's Gwathorn from Gwathorn's Games, and today I am running all the max difficulty character classes at level 14. Now they're all solo self-found, so what they can craft for themselves they've got, and what else comes from drops or quest rewards. Now these are not in any particular order at this point. But this is the bottom 6 and the top 6 are on page 2, but I'll go through these in order from 12 up to 1, and let's start with the Guardian. Now the Guardian is my number 12. I'm going to be playing it against some creatures that I should be able to beat. Now my calculations are the Guardian can beat level 12 characters when it's level 14. So it's not very good. It's heavy armored, and it can craft its own heavy armored because it's got Prospector and Metalsmith and Weaponsmith. So it's got its own two-handed sword as well, which is good for it to use. So we've got a two-handed sword, we've got level 12 gear. Can't do a bow, so I have to actually buy it from the shops. And I've got Earring of Might and I've got Bracelet of Might, which both come from questing in Cardalin. Some of these are from expansion. Having the expansion, I get a bit of XP bonus, and the Slayer Bell I think comes from playing LOTRO for so many years. But level 13 is probably too high. Level 13, let's see if I can find a level 12 creature. There's a level 12 creature. Let's go and have a bit of fun. I will bring up the character, of course. I'm running Redline and just gradually getting through there. I've got the Brutal Assault, which I've got as my first key, and you should be able to see the keys from the K button, from the buttons as I click them. And I've got gradually working up virtue traits. I will be looking for others along the way, but let's see how we go. I've got some consumables, cooked food, just for out of combat buffing, and I also have some fortified food, which I'm not actually going to use because I've got no way of replacing those other than through getting them from quests. But let's have a bit of a go. Level 12, I'll run through the sequence. Got it. Okay, so as I said, I have to wait for the healing to come back up. Now let's see if I can get another level 13 creature, just to push it, but always looking for iron, barrow iron in this case. And this character is sitting up in above Brocken Borings, so to get medium hide, you have to take on a level 13 creature, and this is the only place that has level 13 creatures in the Shire. There's level 13 Black Bear. Let's see if I can take the Black Bear out. If I can, that'd be slightly better, but not holding my breath. Oh, I got it. Woohoo. Excellent. Okay, so that's level 13. That's good. And you see it dropped a medium hide, whereas the other one's dropped level 12. Let's see if I can find myself another level 13 creature before I log out of this. But yeah, because these heavy armored guys can just go around and pick up barrow iron without fighting, they actually have a fairly significant advantage at this point. Now crafting, as I said, I've got Prospector, and I am in the process of leveling those up. Weaponsmith, leveling those up, and Metalsmith, leveling both of those up, trying to get the full crafting. It's good leveling experience, and I'm doing that for everything. So let's go another 13. Let's see how we go. Oh, looks like I'm going to get that as well. Or maybe not. Yes. Okay, good. So I'll remark that as a level 13 capable creature. As I said, it's still taking a while for the healing to come back, for the health to come back with that provision, with the provisions which are there. Dry rations regenerate enough to just to get you up that little bit. Okay, so let's log out of that and we'll go to number 11. Now, number 11. You can see my questing over here. You can see what I'm doing. I'm doing quests in Ered Luin just to get, there's enough quests in Ered Luin to get your Slayer deeds up quite well and do just questing. So that's, at the moment, that's what I'm doing. Now the next one, number 11, is the Warden. I'll go into the Warden. The Warden is medium armoured and it can use a javelin and spear. So the Forester, Tailor, Woodworker combination as your 3 crafting for solo self-found works quite well. You get nice little level boosts from just going around and picking up rowan wood and ash wood. And it gives you that little bit of advantage for the slightly weaker characters, so you can get a good level advantage early on. Now I'm going to give myself that extra forced march, which is great. Now this is where I'm running red, and virtue traits. I've actually got a few more virtue traits here and I'm earning the Valor. But yeah, just starting off with these. And this should be able to do level 14 or 15 characters. So I'll start off with a 14. Now I'll get that. See if I can find some wood while I'm at it. No, okay. Nothing immediate. It's a 15. I don't really want to start off with a 15. 14 will do. Okay, so I've got the sequence here, but I'm actually not going to use that because I'm going to be going backwards, just to keep it up. You should be able to see what I'm doing from the keys. That's a level 14 done. So level 14 is doable. I'll have that consumable now. That's Bevy of Bars 2 that's keeping that up. Again, that's just a purchased consumable just to give me my health back. So let's try this level 15 one. Make sure there's nothing behind me, and we will go for it. I should be able to get this. So it can do level 15 creatures. Oh, I almost backed up into that. Okay. Well, this is the problem. You can actually do level 14 creatures, just standing and doing it, but without, I have to be in assailant stance so that the gambits are in the assailant gambits, just to be able to move and hit them at range. The character itself still has level 7 gear for most of it, mainly because it's just so hard to actually get medium hide from these guys. Again, you've got the agility versions of those from the quests, but I have got level 12 spear and javelin. So it gets there, but it is a bit of a push to try and get there well. So that's why it's ranked number 11. It does have some self-healing though, which is good, and that does keep it alive. That and the ranged attacks. And it's got good movement, but still number 11. The good experience coming from the ash, wood and things like that. If you need to level up a little bit, you just go around and collect some wood, and you can just level at this point with those characters, no particular problem. Now, number 10. My favourite character, but still ranked number 10 when it comes to Heroic +2, is the Burglar. Now, I've ranked this at level 14 and 15 creatures, so it's about the same as the Warden, but the difference is you don't have to kite the creatures. So it's just that little bit safer, and it does have at this point a nice advantage over the Warden. There's a skill that just resets everything and lets you go start your rotation again. So again, I've got the cooked food going. I'll bring this up. Now I've gone yellow line and I'm working on the trick cooldown removals, and I've got 3 of the traits started, but nothing really going anywhere. Now it's the touch and go that restores 50% of your morale and gives you a bit of a boost. Now it's a good reset. Now stealth means more or less nothing, but I will start off with a level 14 creature and got no positional advantage, so just stealthing up to them is fine. So you're not getting terribly much out of it. I've got my advantage from critical responses. I'm going to go into my buffs. I've got, and now I'm going to have to do a stun. Got to get a trick up before I get a stun. There's no positional advantage, but I'm just so used to running behind these things that I do it. And I've got this level 14 pretty much done. Now, took a bit of work, not that great, but the trick disable, the mischievous glee is that nice morale boost, and the trick dust in the eyes and improve startling twist just give me that little bit more, give me a stun duration. So let's go this against 15, see if I can actually beat it. I've got to wait for the crit to come up. Yeah, there's the crit responses coming up. I've got 2 of those. Let's go for the, I won't need the mischievous, I do need the mischievous glee now, thank you. And now I've got the trick disable, and I've got a stun, but I've got to get out of that AoE. And let's just keep going, see if I can get this. I may have to use that touch and go, I will. That's what I need. So that's why 15 is just that little bit more difficult. So 14s and 15s, you can at a push do 15s, but 14s are where you don't need to pop the 5-minute cooldown extra skills. Better to play 14 and just keep that in reserve. But yeah, so that's the Burglar. As I said, I really enjoy playing the Burglar. Forester, Woodworker, Tailor, as you would expect. You can use clubs, so I am using level 12 clubs. I'm still using level 7 gear because it's just so difficult. It's one of the poorer of the character classes with medium armor, so just taking these down and getting medium armor is somewhat difficult. You need 28 medium armor, medium hide to be able to make a full set, and that just takes a lot of creatures. You have to take out a lot of creatures. And I've only just got good enough at level 14, only just got good enough to take out level 14 creatures. So it's been hard, bit of a hard slog. But I'll go back to doing quests in Ered Luin and the Explorer and the Slayer Deeds. and that'll push up my virtue traits, and those virtue traits will push these characters just that little bit higher. Do medium armor, gradually get my 28 of those, and continue on with that. So that's the Burglar. And the next in the list is the Minstrel. Now you see most of these characters are high elves. Just for standardization I've made them high elves, but also because the high elf at level 17 or 18 gets a 10% movement speed advantage. I'm not going to have the the jeweler as my profession, so as a crafting profession, so I won't get the extra movement speed, so I've stuck with the high elves, which is what I usually do. And yeah, so the Minstrel's light armoured, so I'm still running level 7 gear, even though I'm level 14, but I do have the level 12 club. Again, I've got the jewellery that I've picked up along the way. I have that consumable. Now, I've ranked the Minstrel at level 15 minus. So what that means for me is it's consistently good for level 15, but there is a disadvantage, and that disadvantage is that I have to kite. Good, I've got a stun. I'm running melody stance. Thank you very much, John. Consistent 15. I got the stuns off, which is great. So I've got the crafting, so I'll actually have a bit of a look around for that. But I'll bring the character up, running red line, just moving into emboldened finish. So these are both heals and a bit of damage, but this is a full heal and damage, just a small amount of damage, but it's a good heal. And it's a nice way of getting back some health. I've got 2 of the 3 at the moment virtue traits, but not very much in those, so they will eventually get higher. But I'll go and take another level 15 creature out. Again, I'm kiting, there's not much choice in that. That's a level 15 young. Yep, well, that will do. Let's try that again. So to get the Anthem, you have to have done 1 ballad. Let's see if that stun goes off. I got the stun again, that's great. Just do the damage concentrations. If they hit me, which it has, I'll do a heal. Running away healing. Now heal concentrate. Purely and simply because this is a heal and damage, that's just a damage, so I can rotate between those two and not just do the coda just to get myself up to max. So that's a level 15 with a bit of a push. So again, Ered Luin, again, trying my best to get up to medium armor. I've only got 2 of those. So it's just going to take me a lot of time to get those up and running, to get to better gear. Need 28 of them, and that's 28. Forestry takes it down to 14, and you need 2 of those leathers for each of the gear. So it just takes a lot of gear, a lot of brushed hides. Anyway, that's the way of it. Solo self-found, that's what you'd expect. But I will move on to the next character. So all of these are having a little bit of trouble just getting the basics because they're solo self-found, and that's what you expect. It's heroic +2. You can't expect it to be easy. The Eye of Sauron is always kicking out if you're playing above your level, and these guys just have that little bit of problem with that. But hey, look, it's doing it. It's getting the medium hide now. But the quests in Ered Luin that I'm doing are the ones that drop light hide and things like that. So I'm just trying to push just those quests. Okay, so that's the Burglar and that's the Minstrel. So now we are up to either the Brawler or the Captain. And in actual fact, the next one in my list is the Brawler. Now, the Brawler is a little bit lower than the Captain because the Captain has self-heals, but the Brawler is pretty strong. It just doesn't have enough self-healing to really be great. I mean, it's heavy armor, it's got good DPS, but it doesn't have self-healing. So I've rated this as level 15, and I will go against level 15 creatures, and then I will try and take out a level 16, just to show you just how close it is. So level 15, I've got things kicking up. So of course, first strike is the thing that starts you up, and of course you have to get your metal up and keep it up, which is why I've got things like Joy of Battle and Revel in Victory, which gives me extra victory pulses, which pushes the metal up. So really what I should be doing, and of course I've got 2 of those and working on the 3rd, really what I should be doing is taking a level 14 creature first. I just can't see one, but let's start with level 15. Got it. So you can see that was a lot faster for level 15 than anything I've done so far. And let's try another one. And it's fairly consistently, fairly fast doing level 15. Now I'll see if I can find a level 16. 14 is a bit, yeah. So I've got the ore, which is good. Is that level 6? That's level 14. I need to go a little bit further north to be able to get level 16s. So just bear with me. I'll bring the character up as I did. Yeah, so first strike is definitely really important. I'll actually pick up because it's a nice leveling experience. Okay, I have to go for the right equipment. Is that level 15? Go up and find a level 16 creature. $14, $15. Should be a bit further north. 14, 15. Shouldn't be too much further to 16. 15. There's a whole area of 15s. I've got something chasing me. They should be orange when they get to 15. When they get to 16, they should be orange. I'll actually go past this Barrow Iron because I don't really need to show it. 18. Oh, I've gone straight to 18. Okay, so let's go over this way. Just to show that what happens when you go against a 16. It's going to be a bit difficult because I don't have any 16s sitting there. There we go. Oh, that's an 18. Whoa. I suppose I could show you against an 18, but yeah, it's not gonna help. There's an 18. Okay, I'm going to do an 18 just because, just to show you what it's like. Got to get that food in. That's an 18. That's an 18. Joy of Battle. I'll get Joy of Battle up if I can. See, I'm just not getting enough. Yeah, close. But it wasn't able to do it. It wasn't able to do an 18, and it would have taken forever to get your healing back up again. So, 16 is what you can do, but it is somewhat difficult. I'm not going to see any here. That's always the way. But yeah, that's where I'm ranking this. Level 15, possibly 16. Heavy armor is good, and because you're a metalsmith, a prospector, you can get weapons, which are the battle gauntlets, and they're quite good. But yeah, as I said, this guy has a little bit of trouble. But that's the way it goes. That's number 8. Again, all solo self-found, and just pushing it as far as I can. Now the next one, of course, because I've done the other 5, the next one is the captain, and that's the last of the bottom 6. Captain has self-healing, which is a nice advantage, and it has a pet. It has a bannerman. And they both in combination, that gives you more advantage over the brawler, even though they're both heavy armoured. It just gives you that little bit more flexibility, which is why I've rated it just slightly higher than the brawler. The healing's not that great, and the pet's not that great, but just the extra advantage. I'll just bring that in. Okay, so I've rated this at 15 plus, so we'll start off with 15. I'll actually bring up the character class first. So I'm running blue line, and I've got some virtue traits working on the others. Still at the very beginning, but I have got that revealing mark to do a bit of healing. It's healing on damage, so let's have a bit of a go. Now it is slow, but oh, there we are. We've already got because you're melee, you've already got the Eye of Sauron dropping, but it does get through it. It does win against 15. So, you know, it does hold its own. And these are all one level above, so they're not too bad. That's 15, that's a 15. Let's see if I can find a 16. I'm in a different area at this point. 14. Gradually head in. No, Crebanes don't count. So this is sitting down here in Buckland, just north of Buckland, which is where the creatures aggregate. So let's see if I can find a 16. I'll try fighting that. But yeah, solo self-found. Oh, I haven't got this turned on. Yeah, good leveling. Good leveling from those. Yeah, another 15. Another 15. Another 15. So 16 is a little bit hard to find. Where are we? 15. 15. Of course, I started at the beginning of 15, didn't I? 14s. Let's see if I can find one. There should be orange. As soon as I find an orange one, it should be okay. The closer I get to Adso's camp, the higher the level should go. Oh, it's the way. There's not. Oh, there's a 17. Well, I'll try a 17. Okay, so we'll get through this sequence again. That's free. One of the nice things about running the captain is I can actually do it. I've got the herald that I've got actually has a heal, so it takes a while for this to actually work, but now I can use a heal. I wouldn't otherwise have. Oh, I've got lag. Oh no, I've got lag. But I am, oh, and there, because I'm AoE. I'm actually going to get this. Good. So, I will re-rank that at level 17, but it is going to take a fair amount of time to get this back up. Luckily, I do have healing, but yeah, I think I was a bit lucky with that one. But 16 is probably where it should be ranked. And there's a 16. Let's go through. Let's try that one. You can see why it's better ranked at 16. We are getting an advantage. I am using everything, but I've got it. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, level 16 is probably consistently correct for the captain. And let's move on. Well, as I said, I've got that blue. I've got the Prospector Weaponsmith Metalsmith combination, which is really good for the heavy armors, really good for the heavy armor characters, and everything has been upgraded to level 12 because it's just so easy to do those. You just go around and collect the ore, and you don't have to fight anything on Heroic +2 to be able to get that. But yeah, it's a little bit slower than the Brawler, but it is consistently better able to take down just that extra level. Okay, so that is the bottom 6. So 12 is the Guardian, 11 is the Warden, 10 is the Burglar, 9 is the Minstrel, 8 is the Brawler, and 7 is the Captain. They're all fairly good. They all fairly consistently don't have healing, or don't have much healing, and they're all fairly consistently DPS characters. The Guardian, tank, but what are you going to do? Okay, so let's go into the top 6. Now, again, not any particular order, but number 6 is the Mariner. Solo self-found, the Mariner has a couple of disadvantages. You really want that medium armor, which means you've got Forester and Tailor. Now, you cannot use clubs for a Mariner. They have to be normal weapons, daggers and swords, and the like, and you cannot craft them. So you have to actually go to the shops, to the vendors, and buy the weapons that you're going to use. Now, it's not too bad, but it does mean that they are just normal weapons. Fairly consistently poor daggers. So I got level 11 daggers. I could get level 13 daggers, but yeah, and I've got level 12 gear, which is unusual for most of it, but I haven't got the last of the medium armors. So it's just a little bit difficult, but what it did mean is that I went for Scholar rather than Woodworker. Now, it might have been a bit of a mistake to go for Scholar, but it does mean that I have a minor battle law. Now, I haven't actually turned this on, and I should, because I thought I would do it for this. Turn on the minor battle law, so that now I can actually use it, which will give me just that little bit more buff, just that little bit more. Now the character, as I said, is running yellow, and that's all pretty good. Now the main reason is for shocking counterattack, 100% chance for advance to stun when used after repose. So there's repose, There's advance, 100% chance of stun as long as I do it in the right order. And I've got 2 of the 3 traits. So I have rated this as 15 plus. So I'll go and find myself a level 15 character, critter. I'll actually go this way, because there wasn't anything that way last time. It's a level 14. 14, 14, yeah, that's what you expect. Well, there's a level 17. Oh, level 17 is going to be a bit too much. Level 15, that'll start. Now, again, you have to do this with the blade shield and on guard to get the plus 75% parry chance. So we'll go that. And you just got to work up enough metal to be able to get your lunge. And takes down level 15 relatively straightforward, relatively easily, and we'll go and find ourselves a level 16. Now this is going to level up fairly quickly, so I really don't want to do. Now the reason it's been doing that is because I've been collecting medium hide to try and level up the gear. So it did push it a bit further than I really should have, but I don't really mind. Level 17, level 17, level 16. Okay, that'll do. Let's try that. Now, as I said, these 2 in combination give you a 50% blade shield parry on top of, so it goes up to 50, yeah. So that's pretty good, an extra 50% parry. So got to take advantage of what you can. Let's go through. Now I have Sauron, of course. Lunge. That. Get rid of the corruption. This is going to be. I'm going to need that heal. And there's a level 16 done. So it's not perfect, but it is level 16 and it is done. Now I will not be able to get a level 17. That's just not gonna fly. I've needed all the healing that I've got just to be able to get level 16, but I can kind of do it relatively consistently, and I'm just about to level anyway. Okay, well that is the Mariner. Now I've done the Mariner a fair number of times. The corruption removal is really good, gives you a nice advantage of the Eye of Sauron. The Breath of Fire comes in handy just to give you that little bit of extra damage. You can use the bruise and the boulders just to give yourself a little bit more advantage, but the main thing is getting up to lunge and then recentering. Okay, and it's reasonably good DPS, and I've got some more medium hide, so I'll be able to get an extra level 12 crafted. And again, you can use, while you've got the Tailor and the Forester, you don't have decent weapons. And that's a disadvantage for solo self-found. Not much you can do about it, but I've got plenty of experience just waiting to be popped in by getting these Foresters up. The Scholar the Battle Lore gave me that little bit extra, but doing the virtue traits would give me more than that Battle Lore. So I'm thinking seriously about changing over to woodworking just for the experience, just for the leveling advantage. Okay, that's the Mariner. Now the next we're getting to some pretty good characters now. The next is the Beorning. Now I've rated the Beorning at level 15 plus. So it has good self-heals. Now I'm doing a rotation between human form and bear form to get as much healing out of the character and much healing over time as I can for the character. And that rotation is really quite useful. There are some skills with a bit of damage over time and wrath building that are in human form, and Harthen is a human form character. Okay, so I've got this, so I might as well take advantage of that. Again, I've got some food going, and I've got new mail, of course, because, yeah, touch that. Okay, so yeah, level 16 is what I've got it rated as, level 15 plus. So I'll go and see if I can find a level 15 character, just to be able, level 15 critter, just to be able to fight against it. There we go. I've got bees finally, which is nice, and I've got takedown, which is nice, which is 5-second knockdown. But let's go for it. I've got to get a bit of wrath up to get Harthen going. Get that bees out. So it's a bit slower, as you can probably see, but the health is up to max against level 15 creatures. No particular hassle, just a matter of time. Just a matter of time and I'll have this done. So it's pretty good, pretty consistently good. Level 15 creature. Now I'm not using bear form to run because I don't have that advantage yet. But I'll head out here and see if I can find a level 16. Now, I'm running yellow line. Blue line really doesn't have any advantages early level, and still haven't got terribly much in the way of 15. Blue line doesn't have terribly much advantage at early levels. It's not a bear. And I've got the bees, so the bees are nice. And I didn't have Grimborns. Okay, so I'll put that on while I'm here. So that gives me a little bit more advantage. And I've got shake free, which is good. So sacrifice gives a bubble, but I haven't got sacrifice yet. Okay, and I'm still going with the prospect with these. So let's try a level 17. Now the Beorning's rated at level 15 plus. I really should try a level 17, but I really want to try a level 16 first if I can find one. Looks like I'm going to have to try a 17. Now it will be a longish battle. Let's try to see if this one's a 16. That's a 17. That's an 18. Okay, we'll go back to the 17. I've got a little bit of wrath built up, so it should be okay. Get those heals over times going first. Start off with a takedown. Get that bees going. Rotate through. Oh, got it. Well done. Excellent. So, 17. And fairly consistently good at 17. I will try an 18. Now, the bear's usually rated pretty highly. Seeing as I got that 17, we'll try one of those. Get that heals up to start off with. Bees in. Get each of those off. Take down. May not be able to get this. Oh, looks like I might. That makes me feel better with the Beorning. Managed to get an 18. Managed to consistently get an 18. I underrated the Beorning. Good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'll remark that as 18, but it still doesn't doesn't change the orders in actual fact. So let's go, I'll bring this up. As I said, I'm going down. Takedown. Takedown is a 5-second knockdown, which is really good advantage, and that might be what's making the difference for this character. Full level 12 gear because I can just make it, and again these coming from questing in Cardinal. Okay, so let's go to the next character on the list, which is going to be the champion. Now I've rated the champion as 17, but I'm going to push it through to 18 as well, just to try. But the champion, I'm running the champion at max difficulty at level cap, so I know that the champion is just stays consistently good, and it's still quite high at this level. Does rank quite well. I mean, level 14 being able to take out level 17 characters, level 17 critters, is pretty good. So let's go in with the champion. As I said, ranked it at 17. Probably couldn't find any level 18 characters at the time, critters at the time, but I will try and find a level 18. It has, I'm running on blue line, which has sudden defense, which is a nice bubble with a reasonably long cooldown at the moment, and bracing heal, which has just turned up, which is why the champion is now pushing at a higher level than it previously has been. So it's got the core of its heals already kicked in. So it's got the bracing sudden defense, and it's got the bracing attack. Now, got level 12 gear, all crafted, and prospector weaponsmith, metalsmith, exactly what you would expect. Get a little bit of experience out of that kind of thing. Again, I've done the quests in Cardinal, and let's see if I can find a level 16 critter. There, level 16 right in front of me. So I'll just take that out just to show that 16 is definitely sudden defense up immediately, damage reduction kicked in. So taking a while to take it down, but I've got plenty of things in reserve. 16 is pretty easy. So that's 16 done. Now let's see if I can find a 17. Okay, the 18 will do, just to wait for things to come off cooldown, and let's have a bit of fun. See how we go with this. Ooh, a bit lag. Doesn't help. And now, as you can tell, we're now getting into some of the really quite good characters, because I've still got a heal in reserve. Need to get a bit more rage up before I can use it, but yeah, we've got a level 18 done. So quite good. The fact that I've got this much healing to go, well, yeah, that's not a great thing, but it is consistently getting to good. Not quite as good as the others that are left, but it's getting there. Okay, and as I said, I know it'll just continue getting better. Okay, so let's log out of that, and I will move on to the last three. Now, you may or may not have noticed I have not brought up the Runekeeper, the Hunter, and the Loremaster yet. So these are the top three, and they are all medium armoured or light armoured characters, which is really quite strange. I did not expect that these top three characters would be the best of the characters that I have at level 14. Now, I'm actually going to have as my third best character, just wait for that to come up. Third best character is the Runekeeper. Now, the Runekeeper has, I'm running Redline, and it has it has a bit of healing. It can run the Tailor, Forester, Woodworker, which is a really nice solo self. Oh, sorry, the Runekeeper actually has a problem with the runestone because the runestone is not part of woodworking. So you get the Tailor, you get the Forester, but I've actually had to put in Scholar. Now I've bought the runestones from the vendors, which you can do. So your DPS is not really that disadvantaged, but I've actually gone with a Scholar. So I'm actually going to put in Minor Battle Law, just to give me that little bit extra. Going Redline, I've now got the runestone, which is why this is so good, and I've got 3 of the virtue traits, but they're really only just starting. Consumables, yeah, that's a level 15. So I have ranked this against level 19 creatures. So I'm going to go and find myself a level 19 creature, and I'm going to take that on. There's level 17. There's level 19. Okay, so first of all, I will show you this against the level 17 creature, just to show. Drop the runestone. Let's go for it. Done. That is how fast that is against level 17. So I've had nothing up to this point do level 17 that fast. It really is quite good, and a lot of its damage comes from Smouldering Wrath, which does damage every second. But let's go against a level 19 creature. Gone. It is just so powerful. It is just so powerful to do level 19 creatures. The disadvantage is I have to wait for the runestone to kick in before I can do it again, but I will do it one more time just to show. And I've leveled up to level 15. So, pretty consistent, level 19, so it's was a level 14 character. It's still getting its gear. It hasn't even got all of its medium armor yet. And it's using a runestone that is a level 13 runestone just bought from a vendor. So, pretty good for solo self-found, given that extra physical mastery and tactical mastery, and with enough of these to give it a little bit of a boost. Level 19, all very good, and definitely one of the top tier characters. Get that. I've got a quest item which I will hand in. But that's number 3. Now let's go to number 2. I haven't assigned the class trait point. I should do that. It's going to possibly change to yellow line when I get a stunning runestone that I can drop at range. But yeah, that is pretty consistently good. It's already starting to show show itself distant from the pack. As I said, the Guardian was level 12, 13, and the Runekeeper's level 19 against when it's only level 14. Going against red creatures. Heroic +2 going against red is pretty good. Now, let us go to the second creature. Now it is the Hunter. The Hunter is an unusual creature, unusual character class. It is all about crowd control and traps. It's yellow. I'm running yellow line, medium armor and bow, which is, of course, the woodworker can make the best bows. So it's got consistently good weapons, and it's got traps. So it's got clubs because it's a hunter. I'm pretty sure, oh, actually, it might not be able to use clubs, but I can buy them from the vendor. But the bow is the real advantage. So I've got forester, tailor, woodworker, get the best of what I can, and let's see what we've got here. So I've got the explosive arrow, which has made a nice little difference to this, which is why I pushed it up a tier to have access to explosive arrow. But yeah, I'm running the tripwire, and I've got the triple trap, which is what's also pushed this up. I've got 3 of them, but only the bottom ones on virtue traits. But this is a really nice character to be playing. I've got level 12 gear all the way through because this character's able to do it, and it didn't have clubs, so it's got level 11 daggers. But let's go and see if there's a level 18 creature. I'll run this through its paces. Nice thing is it can run through some extra. It gets its second round of attacks. Yeah, it's gone. It gets a second round. There's enough stopping power in the hunter's crowd control that it can actually do things twice. So get that focus back up again. Drop everything. And the triple trap, and let's go through it. Oh, I don't have that ready. This might be problematic. Oh, I'm going to get it. Now, because I didn't have the explosive arrow on, I had that on cooldown. I didn't get it as good, but it is still consistent, and it has been consistent all the way through. You can usually do it without taking damage. See if I can find another level 19 creature. There we go. Okay, let's go through this again. Oh, it's probably going to be a bit too far away. Oh, well, too bad. I'll just reverse up. Yeah. The only damage I took was from the Eye of Sauron, which is pretty good. All crowd control. I still had a whole heap of traps left to go, and that's why I've rated it number 2 in the list. It is just consistently good and can go against creatures 5 levels higher than it, which is just impressive. Okay, so I will log out of that, and then we'll go to the last of the characters, which is when you can take creatures out that are 5 levels higher than you, even needing medium hides, you get good number of hides dropping. You don't have to rely on ash, wood and things like that to level. This character just rocks. And good crowd control. If you absolutely need it, you can use the explosive arrow. Really only need it against the level 19 creatures, don't really need it against anything else. But the decoy is explosive and all sorts of other things are explosive. And it just done properly, or done better than I just did it, it is just so strong. Now, I've ranked number 1, the Loremaster. Now, the Loremaster is in a bit of a field of its own. The pet changes, the blue line has now become quite strong for heroic +2. The bear does quite well, and I've rated that obviously at 19 as well, and I'll run that in. I still have not got the eagle, which is going to be better than the bear. Because as soon as I get the eagle, I'll be able to do AoE attacks from the eagle, and I'll be able to consistently pull more. Okay, so we have something attacking me immediately. Which you probably noticed I hadn't had before, and it's a level 18 creature straight off the bat. So from standing start, I didn't even have to use the self-preservation of the bear. And that's a level 18 creature taken out. From a standing start, no preparation, just being able to take that out. So level 12 gear, level 12 staff from woodworking and prospecting, so that does exactly what you would expect. And I've actually managed to get the 3rd wild sigil in, which means that'll continue on at a decent pace. They're just dissipating now. I probably should have taken the level 19 creature in first, but I'll actually try it from here. Send the bear in. It looks like I'm not going to need the little bit of healing. Keep the pet attacks up. It's good. Just keep on top of it. And throw in a few extras. Yeah, a bit more healing. And this is a level 19 creature taken down. Fairly straightforward. No real risk to the Loremaster. Just taken down. And the fact that there's no real risk to the Loremaster, I've got now a 40% debuff on incoming attacks. I've got a 175%, so a 75% bonus to attacks, and I've got an extra attack speed, and it really is quite strong. At level 27 I'll get extras, but this is really doing quite well. Currency cap, that's okay, because I've just been playing this. So we've got another one. Let's try it again. Send the bear in. Use the pet attacks. Oh, I just did that too much. The bear missed, but the bear's got a stun, which keeps control. And we've got this going. I have Sauron I have to worry about, but not really, not much. That's because I'm doing some damage. Get these pet buffs up. And let's just take it out. Very consistent, very easy to play, and when the eagle turns up, it's just going to be that much stronger. Not much risk for the Loremaster, which is why I've ranked it at the top. And as I said, I'm not even using, well, I may as well use it now, the Sign of Protection, which gives you an extra buff. But yeah, very consistent. Now, you could say that the other two characters, the third and second characters, do the damage faster, but the Loremaster just takes it in stride, and that's why I've got it ranked at number 1. They're all level 19. They're all playing against red creatures, so I mean, you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, so that is consistently good. In another level or two, I'll get the saber-tooth. Or in actual fact, I will get the eagle fairly quickly, but I wanted those extra sigil duration, so I chose not to go with the eagle. At this level, I could be going multiple opponents with the eagle, but I just decided not to. Just testing these against single creatures does pretty well. So again, we'll go through that list. This is a light armor character that really doesn't actually need much armor. It doesn't really need to use its armor because the bear does most of the damage. The debuffs and buffs are the incoming damage debuffs, whatever you want to call it. 40% debuff, 40% damage reduction, 75% damage increase, the pet attacks, the extra healing that's got available to it, the ability to throw in some extra damage and damage over time, just so consistently good. So I'll go through those again, but we should now have the list. Loremaster number 1, Hunter number 2, Runekeeper number 3, all rated against red creatures. The Champion, the Beorning and the Mariner, just slightly behind those, not able to take red but able to take orange. The Captain, Brawler and Minstrel with a bit of kiting. The Burglar, the Warden and the Guardian down number 12. Okay everyone, thank you for watching. I will put the times slices in the description, and so you can instantly get to the one you like. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye all.